Hi everybody, my name is Jared Palmer and I'm the marketing manager for the Choctaw Chamber of Commerce. Today I want to go over kind of what Choctaw represents, kind of who they are as a town, what they stand for, some job opportunities, and also list some activities that hopefully help you consider Choctaw as a place of residence. Moving on, some basic census information. As of right now, the population sits just below 12,000, and since the year 2000, that has been increasing at an average rate of 27.9%. The median household income right now sits at 70,000. The median home value is just below 170,000. And residents that have a high school degree or higher is at 92%. Bachelor's degree or higher sits just below 30 at 27.7. So some of the activities. It's important to realize that Oklahoma City or Choctaw is a suburb of Oklahoma City. It's very close, about 10 minutes from Midwest City. If you're going to the far west side, it's going to take you about 30. Maybe if you're going to Edmond, it's going to take you about 45 minutes. Also, if you're going to Tulsa, it's going to take you about an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes. So the activities that surround Choctaw, Choctaw Creek Park. This is a very large park, about 10-15 acres, and they have a lot of weddings are held there. They have a very large open event center for conferences or for receptions and weddings. They also do a Frontier Days there every summer, early summer. That's where people from the community kind of gather and help educate students about the history of Choctaw and kind of the surrounding areas. They also do a fishing derby. The fishing derby is located at 10 Acre Lake. Now this lake, it's a small lake, like only 10 acres obviously, but it does provide a swimming area. You can get on jet skis and small boats, pontoon boats. I mean, if you want, there's just not a whole lot of room, but it is a good place to go out and spend your day, a weekend day, a Saturday or a Sunday. Also in the fall, they do this haunted trails at Choctaw Creek Park. Pretty self-explanatory. Good time to take out your kids, or even you want to go out there with your families and just get some Halloween haunted houses in. They also do Christmas in the Plaza at downtown Choctaw. It's a pretty festive event. A lot of lights. It's a good time to take the children down. That's close to home. That way you don't have to drive too far to go see Christmas lights. The big event, one of the main events that Choctaw puts on is Oktoberfest. And this picture is Old Germany Restaurant. Now this is ran by the Panic family. They have been residents of Choctaw for 40 years now. They moved from East Germany. Very, very fun family to be around. They own and run this restaurant. They also put on Oktoberfest. Basically, what they do is at Choctaw Creek Park, they rent out the whole park for about 5 days. They serve authentic German food, authentic German beer. They have authentic music, live bands. It's a great time to come out and really take in that atmosphere. It's super fun. They've been doing it for almost 10 years now. And it's a really good time. They're very interactive, but that's kind of what Choctaw represents. They're more of a community than a town. You get to know these people. You get to know the people at the gas station, at the bank, City Hall. You establish personal relationships with these people, and that's really what describes Choctaw. Also is the golf course, Choctaw Creek Golf Course. This is a good option. A lot of places in Oklahoma City are fairly expensive. This is also a public course, but it's very cheap, especially in comparison to some of the Oklahoma City courses. They also have Bouse Sports Complex. This complex pretty self-explanatory: softball, baseball, t-ball, all the way up to kid pitch, 13, 14 years old. There's a lot of sport complexes around this area. There's 5, I believe. But all of these, mainly Bouse, that's the highlight, along with Choctaw Creek Golf Course, and it's just a really good environment to go spend a day, spend a weekend, have fun. They have batting cages as well. It's a really good time to get out there and just kind of enjoy the weather. So employment opportunities. Right now, the city of Choctaw is hiring for the police department, the fire department, and also the golf course. The golf course is owned by the city. Some of the parks that are around here, they do seasonal hiring for summer, spring, fall. But it's also important to consider how close you are to the Oklahoma City metro. I would say about 60 to 70% of the residents in Choctaw work in the city. They want to get out of the city for their home because they like to come home to peace and quiet. I know that's what I really enjoy. I've lived here for 2.5 years, but I've worked in the city for about 5. That was what's really exciting to me is I could work in the city, I can go do anything that I want to do, but I'm really close to the city when I go home. So it's very convenient, and that's important to consider if you're looking for a job in a close place to live that maybe is not exactly in the city. So city boards and councils, I included this because Choctaw's pretty unique in the fact that they're a chartered town, meaning they operate under their own charter. The last time it was amended, it was in 1999, I believe, and it was to allow the superintendent and his staff, their kids, to go to the actual to, to go to Choctaw High School. So the city council, Choctaw Utilities Authority, the Planning Commission, the Board of Adjustments, the Public Recreation Board, the Personnel Board, and CEDA, the Choctaw Economic Development Authority. These are all voluntary, meaning everybody who makes up any one of these city boards or councils chooses to be there. They want to be involved in their community. Now, that was very important to me. I did not know that when I currently bought my house, but ever since I found out, that's something that excites me because I get involved in the community. I'm active, I'm proactive, I'm changing things. I feel like I'm making a difference. And that's another thing that I tied into or I've talked about previously. Choctaw is a community. You know these people, you know police officers, you know some of the government officials here that reside in the town. You really develop personal relationships with these people. And together, you help create a town which is up and coming, a suburb of Oklahoma City. There are new housing additions going up every month here. A lot of people choose to live out here because of how close it is to the city. In the following slide, I've provided some references. Now, these are great references for anybody who is considering Choctaw as a place to live to kind of look into. So you have our website, the Choctaw Area Chamber of Commerce. This will give you valuable information or anything that you want to know regarding the city of Choctaw. Also, I've included the Choctaw Oklahoma Free Public Records. This is something that I wanted to look into. I mean, nobody wants to admit it, but criminals, they're all over the place. So it also has arrests, recent court documents, anything that you would really need as far as, if you're concerned for your children or anything like that, who your neighbors might be, this is the place to go. So the actual city of Choctaw, their website is listed here as my third reference. This will give you a little bit more information regarding the actual population, give you some charts and graphs, some visual aids to help you to make a better decision. Also, my fourth reference is kind of the Yellow Pages website. This will give you reviews from consumers, kind of let you know what has been going on, how they handle things. And the fifth website is another Welcome to the City of Choctaw. This will list some parks, recreational activities, government. It's got an event calendar for the town, for the community, anything that you would need. So hopefully, moving forward, I've presented enough ideas and got your mind rolling that you will consider Choctaw as a place of residence. I want to thank you for tuning in and watching.